What up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Kong Unleashed here with my Smackdown review from 8/16/24 yesterday. Let's get into it, man. This wasn't a go home show. This was a build up for Bash in Berlin, which is on August the 31st, coming live from Berlin, Germany. Um, Here's what was advertised for this week's SmackDown. Roman Reigns is back on SmackDown. We're going to get into that. Tiffany Stratton throws Nia Jax a celebration. DIY versus Street Profits. You had Naomi versus Bianca Belair. Kevin Owens versus Grayson Waller. Um, the show started off with the recap of last week's SmackDown where Roman Reigns came in and wrecked shit, which I loved every single bit of it. It was what everybody was waiting for the whole night. But to kick off the show tonight was about Nia Jax winning the championship, which, for one, I hate. I don't like her as a wrestler. She's probably a good person. I'm pretty sure she is. But as far as a wrestler, I don't like her. I believe that the reason why she got the championship was because of The Rock, The Rock's influence. She's not good on the mic. I don't even understand why they gave her the championship ahead of so many other wrestlers that deserve that spot, namely Naomi. But like I said, I don't understand what's going on with that situation, man. So she comes out, she gets thrown a celebration party, like I said. Then she ended up saying that all the women in the WWE needs to bow to her, including Tiffany, the lady that threw her this celebration. Um, Later on, Mia Yim came in and broke up the little party with the kendo stick, started swinging on everybody, uh, took her out. You know, it was, to me, I'd give it a D as far as the grade because, like I said, I don't care for Pretty Deadly. I don't care for Tiffany Stratton. I definitely don't deal with Nia Jax. So that was just a waste of time. I actually caught myself turning the channel and then coming back to it once everything was done. But like I said, it was not worth watching. So the first match that we had was Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes, which was a great match. They've been going back and forth. Andrade has been getting the best of Carmelo the the last two matches, and like I said, man, it was a great match, man. High flying, a lot of high spots, uh, absolute magic, man. You know, I think that this match was the best that they've had in for the past the two before that. This match was, oh my gosh, like the crowd was into it. They was hype. You know what I mean? It was a great match. I give it an A minus. Hayes did defeat Andrade, so that gives him what 2-1, 2-1 now. So we'll see what happens if they're going to continue this. But like I said, every time they get into the ring, it is magic. You know what I mean? Like this match, Mello took a more careful approach and played a lot of mind games instead of just going straight at him. Uh, it was a lot of this is awesome chats. I mean chants in the ringside area, man, in the stands. It Like I said, I give it an A plus, man. That was a great match. Great match. Um, Andrade, some of the most notable moments, man. Andrade's moonsault out of the ring was great. You know what I'm saying? The bump that Andrade took on the apron was crazy. Was brutal, man. Andrade's back elbow was one of the most realistic looking strikes in all of wrestling, and he hits it flush every single time. And like I said, uh, Carmelo Hayes won that one. Then you had Naomi versus Blair Davenport. Don't know who Blair Davenport is. Don't really care. My issue with WWE Naomi is, what are we doing? She could have stayed where she was at. You know, maybe she wasn't making as much money, but she could have stayed where she at, where she was, for y'all to bring her over here to the WWE and catch like all these L's. Like, I don't understand it. I really don't understand. Like, what was the purpose of bringing her back if y'all wasn't gonna do nothing with her? She's a great wrestler. She's great on the mic. Great personality. I'm talking about Naomi. And you guys are just killing her. Like, come on. Like, I don't know if she is going along with all this stuff to put, these new wrestlers ahead of her, but she's never had a real chance neither. Vince McMahon didn't give a shit about her. That's probably one of the reasons why she left. Probably one of the reasons why she came back is because Vince is gone and they thought it was going to be a change, but it isn't. She's a mid card when she needs to be a superstar. She has no championship. She hasn't had one since she's come back. I don't understand it. Uh, I will say that Davenport did defeat Naomi. I give the match a D. It was a horrible match. You know what I mean? They were throwing punches as soon as the bell rang. Davenport took down Naomi. Um, then we did rebound back. It was a physical match. Some of the exchanges could have been better. It was not a clean match. It was kind of sloppy. I give it a C minus. No, I give it a D. Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible, man. Like, are you kidding me? Like, come on, When it comes to Naomi, you guys need to do a better job of booking her and creatively figuring out what they're going to do. Some of the notable moments was Naomi's type down from her apron did look good. Naomi was a big short on the running drop kick that she did in the corner. Roxanne Perez was shown in the crowd, and that's how interesting this match is. If they're just noticing other people in the stands, so it's crazy. It's definitely crazy, man. Davenport did counter with a split leg moonsault and drilled Naomi with a knee to the face. And like I said, Davenport did beat Naomi. But like I said, we need to figure out what we doing with Naomi. WWE, either let her go or push her. She deserves a push. Like I said, she's a great wrestler, good personality. She got the mic skills, all of that. So then we're gonna get into the next match, which was Kevin Owens versus Grayson Waller. Um, this match had a hilarious build up backstage. Uh, Austin Theory was well, actually Waller was talking crazy to uh, Theory about how Owens doesn't deserve a championship match. He's a loser. He hasn't beaten anybody. He's always lost. Just talking, and then the camera pans over a little bit, and you can see Kevin Owens standing right there and telling him, "Yeah, you know what? You're right. You probably beaten me. My win loss record is horrible. I haven't beaten nobody. I've lost to a lot of people. And I don't deserve a championship match. But come on, let's go out to the ring and show them that how much I don't deserve a title match." Like, and he made it jokingly funny though when he said it, and you can see the worry kind of build up in Waller's face, like, "Oh man, what did I do?" Um, so we're gonna get into the match. Owens took over control immediately. and ran down Waller with clotheslines at the ringside. He ran Austin's head in the announce table. Owen was about to get the win with a pop-up power bomb in the end. Um, but once it was over, he brought Waller out of the ring and tried to power bomb him into the apron. Theory saved his partner, grabbed some chairs. Cody Rhodes made his way out to the ring to help out Owens. Um, and so when Cody comes into the ring and um, help out Owens, they had the little stare down after everything was said and done. Owens picked up Cody's championship, held it for a minute, and then gave it to him, and then pat him on the back and walked out. Um, Good match. I give it a B minus. Like I said, Owens defeats Waller. Um, there, I do want to see how this match um, in Germany. I think it's going to be a good match between KO and Cody. Probably going to be one of his better matches of his title reign because, like I said, Kevin Owens is a beast. He's a former champion also, so don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Kevin Owens come out with that W. I don't think so because the timing. I think they're going to end up doing another Cody versus Roman down the line once Roman deals with this bloodline situation, which we're going to get into here probably next, I believe, on my notes. Um, Owens did do an impossible superplex, which was great. The crowd went crazy. That was the most notable thing about that match. Then we had another great match between the Street Profits and DIY. If you don't know who DIY is, again, it's Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Remember it because I'm not going to say it every single time. So it's DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. They are the team, DIY. Street Profits, again, is Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. That is the Street Profits. And Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford. Great match. Give it an A minus. It was for the right to have the contendership for the tag team championships. Um, both teams received a well welcome from the crowd. But I will say that the reaction to the Street Profits was slightly louder. Ford and Gargano began the match with a sequence of counters, but it was definitely a step above what we usually see. Anybody who's familiar with these two teams came into this expecting a fast paced action offense. Um, this was a great example of how good tag team wrestling can be if the right teams are given enough time to perform. Again, enough time to perform. There were several false finishers convincing the crowd that it was over. A lot of back and forth. A lot of back and forth. I loved it. Uh, you know, uh, Ford did pin Gargano and pick up the victory, making the Profits the number one contenders. So I believe that next week there's going to be the championship match. I surely hope that the Street Profits pull it off, man. It's time for them to get their gold back and do what they do. They did they did pan over to Titus O'Neil in the crowd, um, talking about his upcoming book about fatherhood. Trick Williams was also seen in the crowd. The way that Gargano kept that headlock applied while Ford was rolling them around was great. It was a great display of timing and technical ability. Um, Dawkins his missed senton looked good. He landed perfectly flat. So like I said, it was a lot of high flying, a lot of back and forth. I give it an A minus. Um, Overall, I'll give the show a A. They did have some bad spots. I didn't care for Nia Jax. I didn't care for the Davenport thing match, but everything else was pretty much solid. Um, but to end the night off, so earlier in the night, uh, there's a red thing that they wear, the Ufala, Ulafala, that they wear. That's that red thing that they wear around their neck. Sokoa does and Roman did, and that is the like the crown. Basically, that's the crown. That is what they wear to show that they are the king. That's what the kings and the chiefs and all and would wear. That's what he would wear. It's not really so much about the crown. It's around, it's the follow. So whoever has that is the leader of the bloodline. Well, it is the tribal chief. Roman lost at WrestleMania, left. Solo picked it up. He's a tribal chief. So when Roman came back to Rick's shop, uh, Solo said if he can get that off of him, he's the tribal chief. So Roman comes out first. Solo comes out and Tama, and he's telling him how he needs to come out and how he's not the champion. How Solo, he's the champion. Roman's not the champion. If he can get this from me, then you would have to acknowledge Roman Reigns as the chief again. But I think the what's name to me was fake. For one, it was not even fully red. It was like I don't know if they did that on purpose or whatnot, but Roman comes out, Rex shot, man. He came out and he battled Roman came out and he battled Sokoa and Tama all by himself. He reclaimed his Ufala before Jacob Fatu leveled him with a super kick from nowhere. I thought he was hurt. I didn't think he was going to be there. Um, let's see. The show ended with Solo standing tall over his fallen cousin. This was a solid ending. Be honest with you, you can't have Roman winning all of them. So it was a solid ending. Um, Good with the back and forth. I'm very interested in seeing what goes on, what happens further. Um, I think this setup for Bash and Berlin is going to be great. I believe I give that segment a A minus, but um, I think Bash and Berlin is going to be a great show, man. So, but we'll see, man. If you did watch SmackDown, let me know what you think in the comments. And I am up out of here, man. This your boy Kong. You know what it is. Peace.